estimating a square root. We're asked to find two consecutive whole numbers that the square root of 71 lies between. And to start off with, we should memorize certain perfect squares, at least the first few, to help us with square roots. So 1 squared would be 1, 2 squared is 4, 3 squared 9, and so on. But I would say it's definitely worth memorizing at least the first 10 perfect squares. Give us a little room. 7 squared 49, 8 squared 64, 9 squared 81, and 10 squared, which is 100. Now you may say, if I'm looking for a square root, why do I need to know these perfect squares? And that's because since 1 squared is 1, then that means the square root of 1 is 1, and the square root of 4 is 2, square root of 9 is 3. So if you memorize the left-hand side, that should help you come up with the right-hand side, which is all of these perfect squares. Just going to finish our table here. Square root of 49 is 7. 64 is 8. And square root of 100 is 10. So the square root is really asking a question. It's saying what number times itself is what's underneath the square root. So for example, the square root of 49 is asking what number times itself is 49. So memorizing that 7 times itself is 49 is the key to helping us remember these perfect squares. Once we have these perfect squares, we just need to look at the square root of 71 is the one that they're asking. So the square root of 71 wasn't one of the perfect ones that I just listed, but it would have to be between the square root of 64 and the square root of 81. So whatever the square root of 71 is, it's somewhere in between there, and I know the square root of 64 is 8, and the square root of 81 is 9. So we were asked to find two consecutive whole numbers that the square root of 71 is between. It must be between 8 and 9.